Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a holiday slash Christmas glam look for you guys. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on it. I have an idea of what I want to do in my head, but I'm not really for sure how it's going to turn out. But I mean, the most important thing is that this look should be fun and just kind of experimenting and just kind of playing with makeups. I think I'm going to have to dip into a couple of palettes today. The first palette one of the palettes that I'm going to be dipping into is the Violet Voss Pro Holy Grail palette, and then the other one is the Profusion Cosmetics Siennas palette. There's just a couple of shades that the Violet Voss just didn't have like a certain transition shade that I wanted to try. For the look that I have in mind, it didn't have the shade I wanted in this palette, so that's the only reason why I'm dipping into two palettes. But yeah, if you want to see what I'm going to create today, then just please keep watching. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my face, and the product that I'm going to be using to do that is going to be the Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream. It is an anti-aging cream, but I really just like it to moisturize my skin. I find that it's really nice on my skin, and that's just what I'm going to use to prime my face. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, just put a little bit on there, and just buff it into the skin. Alright, now that I'm just going to let my skin soak that up, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids, and to do that I'm going to be using the Sharp, I don't know why I always say Sharp, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I have mine in the shade Fair Beige. And I'm just going to go ahead and put a little of that on the tops of my lids just to kind of even out the skin tone there and get rid of or hide my veins, because I have a lot of veins up on my eyelids, and I just want to conceal those and also prep my eyelid for the eyeshadow. So I'm just going to put a little bit on there, and then just take a beauty blender and just kind of blend that out. Just getting that all over the top of my eyelid. I apologize if you guys can hear a lot of dogs barking. The dogs in the neighborhood today are just, I don't know what it is, but they've just been barking a ton all of this morning and majority of the afternoon now, so I really can't help that, but hopefully it's not too loud and my camera won't pick up too much of it, but if it does, just bear with me. Alright, I think I have that pretty blended out, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to eyeshadow, and I'm going to go into the Sienna's Profusion palette, and I'm going to dip into the shade Devoted, which is this pinkish purplish shade right there. It's the 229 Luxie Tapered Blending Brush. It's just a little fluffy brush, and I'm going to dip into the Devoted shade in the Sienna Profusion, and hopefully this will work out. And I'm just going to begin to start blending that out, and actually I think I'm going to zoom you guys in. There we go, I kind of zoomed you guys in for a little bit, and I'm just going to start blending that out and just putting it all over my lid and start using it as my transition shade. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and switch to a different brush. I'm going to switch to the Elamore. I think it's just a big fluffy brush because I've used this brush so much that the actual writing on it is gone. It's just this big blending brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and switch to this because I think this one's a little too small for just blending out, especially just since I'm just blending out for my transition. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up a bigger brush just so I can really just go ahead and get that blended out and get it all over my lid pretty quickly. I'm just going to go ahead and go into the Violet Voss, and I'm going to start putting that Wine and Dine shade right here, that very dark cranberry look. And I'm going to use the Luxie 229 Tapered Blending Brush, the one that I had picked up earlier, and I'm just going to start using that to kind of pack it on in the corners. And then we'll see what happens after that. I don't know, it just seems like that is what the most common thing that I see around Christmas time. It's like cranberry looks or something like that, or reds, or, you know, usually Christmas colors. I know I just saw Cosmobyhaley do a look on this. If you guys don't know who she is, I would highly recommend checking out her channel. If I can remember, I'll link it down below. This look has kind of inspired me to do my own kind of cranberry look. I really like her makeup tutorials, and I just really enjoy watching her videos. So if you don't know who she is, I would highly recommend going and checking out her channel. Then I'm just gonna switch to the Luxie 121 mini tapered brush, and just a little bit bigger, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use that to really blend it out in the back there. I'm still getting used to like what brush does what. Like, I don't know, sometimes I think, oh, that brush will do the job, and then I start using it, I'm like, no, I think I need something a little bigger, a little smaller. So I'm not going to say that I know everything about what brushes are the best to use. I'm just basically going off of my own experiences, because I am not a professional makeup artist. I am self-taught, and I'm still learning a bunch. Alright, I think I need to deepen up the corners here, and I think I'm going to go into the shade Teddy Bear, which is this kind of dark brown right here. I'm going to try and see if that will darken it up. I'm not for sure, but I'm just going to be taking that little Luxie brush that I've been using, and just go ahead and dip in and just start packing it on the corner over here. Yeah, this corner definitely looks a lot darker than this corner. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a smidge of that teddy bear in the corners, just to kind of deepen it up just a smidge, but I don't want it too dark. I think I'm going to go into the shade On Fleek, and it does this kind of copper shade here, and I'm going to lightly pack that on my fingertip, just kind of towards the middle of my eye. Ooh, I love that. But to make that look pop a little more, because whenever I think of Christmas or anything, I think of glitter. I don't know why. But I think I'm going to go into that toffee shade here, which is that gold, that beautiful, look at this. That beautiful gold shade right there. And I'm going to dip into that and go ahead and pack that on where I kind of packed on that previous color. Ooh, it's so pretty. Oh, and this shade is so creamy. Like, their shimmer shades are definitely creamy. It's the matte shades that aren't as creamy, but they're still very pigmented. Alright, I'm going to go in with some mascara, and I'm going to just be using the Wonder Beauty Unlashed mascara. I really like this mascara a lot. I just think it's really nice on my lashes, and I like that it is buildable. I don't know, I just really like that it doesn't get clumpy on me. I know it probably doesn't volume my lashes a ton, but honestly, I'm okay with that. I'm not a huge fan of just big eyelashes, but for me, I think it does what I want. It separates my eyelashes and just makes them look good. I think I decided that I'm not going to put matte lashes on. I don't know, I just feel lazy today. I mean, if you guys like lashes and if you like this look and you want to add lashes to it, go ahead, do what you want. The way I feel about whenever I film tutorials, I'm basically just giving you some guidelines, and you can change up anything add stuff. I mean, really just make it your own. Like I said, I like just to give people basic ideas, you know, give them inspiration, but I don't expect people to follow my every step or even really use the same products that I use. I mean, honestly, you don't have to go out and just buy the products that I use. You could just use, you know, whatever you have. Because I don't believe in, you know, if you're wanting stuff to try, you can see what I'm using to do the product or to create the look with, but you're not necessarily having to go out and purchase it just to do this one look. I believe in using what you already have. Unless, like I said, you're just wanting something new to try out, then by all means go ahead. I think I'm going to go into the Touch in Soul Advanced Real Moisture Foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations ever. I just really like how it looks on my skin, and I'm going to go ahead and go in with that. I'm still using up a tester, like a sample size that I've gotten a while back, so I'm just trying to finish that up, but I went ahead and purchased a full size because I really liked it. And I'm just going to start blending that out. Now, I've been trying this new technique that, if I can remember what video I watched, I will link it down below. Marlena Stell, I think is how you say her name. I'm pretty sure she's the lady that does Makeup Geek. Correct me if I'm wrong, but she just did a video saying she was doing a video on 5 reasons why your foundation looks patchy. I will try to remember to link down below that video, but she was saying how she applies her foundation, and she does like a tapping motion and then a rolling, and I've just been trying that out lately. I can't say if it helps, but I don't know. I haven't been doing it. This is like the second time I've done it, so I'm going to continue to try out this method and to see if it actually makes my foundation look better applying it this way. So what she does is she does tap, tap, and then she does roll. Tap, tap, roll. Tap, tap, roll. I don't know. I'm curious to see if that actually helps your foundation like blend into your skin better. But yeah, it was a really interesting video, and I definitely recommend, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I feel like I'm just telling you guys to go check out a bunch of videos, but really these are just videos that I've been watching lately and that I found interesting. I think I'm going to set my face, but I'm not going to do my whole face, and I'm not baking. I'm just going to set in my T-zone, and I'm going to be using the Pretty Vulgar Powder Room Matte About It Translucent Setting Powder. Ooh, this packaging. Their packaging is always so pretty. I love it. I love this brand so much. And I'm always so glad when we get it in our BoxyCharm. But yeah, this setting powder. My camera will pick it up. There we go. Just your typical stuff. I've just really been trying it out. I really don't really have any thoughts on this yet because I haven't tried it out enough to really say if I like it or if I don't. But I'm just oh, I didn't even conceal my face. Dang it. Oh no. I'm not going to conceal under my eyes just because I've already set that one side. So I'm just going to do my Cupid's bow area and my chin and my forehead. And I'll just not do anything underneath the eyes today, just because, I don't know, I don't want it to get cakey looking just because I put some powder down. Anyways, I'm just going to continue setting underneath my eyes. Moving on to bronzer, I think I'm going to bronze today with the Hoola Light bronzer. And just going to be using this Ulta. I know it's a blush brush, but I like it for bronzing. And I just got this one. This is from Ulta. Alright, for blush, I'm going to go in with the Pretty Vulgar Make Them Blush Hush Blush. It is this beautiful shade here. And I'm going to use a Luxie 514 blush brush as the brush that I'm going to use to dip into this. Okay. I always have to apply this really gently in the beginning because it is pretty pigmented and I don't want to look like a clown. Let's go in with highlighter now, and I'm going to be using what I always use lately, and that is the Pure Bronze and Brightener trio palette. It has a bronzer, blush, and a highlight, and I'm going to be using the highlight because the bronzer is honestly too deep for my skin tone, and the blush is just not a shade that I don't know, it's kind of corally pink in my opinion, and that's just not one of my favorite shades. I'm not saying I'll never use it, it's just not for this look. But I really like the highlight. It's my favorite highlighter that I have. And it is in the shade Afterglow is the highlighting shade. Yep, beautiful. Oh, and I just used a Morphe M504 brush to use it. I think this is a eyeshadow brush, but I use it to highlight. I feel like the other highlighting brushes that I have are just too big. Highlights on. Okay, brows. I'm just going to use the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer brush, or not brush, pencil. This is just what I've been using lately. I kind of fluctuate between this one and the Shella eyebrow. I don't really do anything special, I just fill it in, and I'm going to do that off camera, so I'll be right back. Alright, eyebrows are done. I really didn't do a whole lot to them. I just kind of filled them in a little bit. I like a more natural look. I didn't carve them out or anything, and I don't even know how to do that, but I just filled them in. Just kind of filled in the blind spot, or the bald spots, because I have some of those. It's not really bald, it's just thin. It's just thin. But I'm going to go back into the Violet Voss palette, and actually, no, I'm not going to go into that yet. I'm going to go back into the Sienna palette. I'm going to go into that Devoted shade, and I'm going to just blend it out underneath. If I could open it. I'm going to just blend it out under my lower lash line, and I'm just going to be using that pencil brush, the Lexi, is it 141? Yes, I did. 141 pencil brush, and I'm going to go into that Devoted shade from the Sienna palette, and I'm just going to blend that underneath. Now I'm going to go back into Violet Voss, and I'm just going to use that Teddy Bear shade now, that deep brown right here, and I'm just going to take Lamora, it's not a pencil brush, it's a flat liner brush, whatever you want to call this, and I'm just going to dip into that Teddy Bear shade, and I'm just going to put it right along my lashes on the bottom. Oh, I need to put mascara on as well. And I'm going to just take this Maybelline Lasting Drama gel pencil. I'm almost out of it, and it's in the shade, I think it's like Cashmere or something like that. And I'm just putting that on my bottom waterline. I'm just doing that to try to brighten up my eyes a little bit, not let them look so muddy or so dark. Okay, so now I'm going to pop some, I'm going to use that mascara that I used earlier, and I'm going to put that on the bottom of my lashes now. Alright, I zoomed you guys out a bit, and now I'm going to take this Ulta lip liner pencil, and I think it's in the shade Bittersweet. This pencil doesn't look the best, but whatevs. It's the only one I have. I need to get more lip liners. And I'm just going to line my lips with this. Alright, before I forget, I know I keep jumping everywhere, but I'm going to go ahead and highlight my inner water lines with this Thrive Cosmetic Brilliant Brightener Stick. It's like a stick highlighter, and I'm going to highlight the corners of my eyes. I just don't want to forget to do this. highlight my brow bone a little bit with it. I like to highlight my Cupid's bow with it a bit too. Now finishing up the lips, I'm going to take the Tartist lip paint, and it is in the shade Instant. I think it's Instant Famous. Yeah, Insta Famous. It is this beautiful gloss here, and I'm just going to top that, or put that on top of the liner that I just put. I don't know, this is one of my favorite combos to do lately. I just think it makes my lips look so pretty. This is honestly one of my favorite glosses right now. It feels so good on my lips. Very creamy, and it feels hydrating. I don't know, it just makes my lips look juicy, or whatever they say. I know, it's stupid. I really don't care. Alright, and then to finish off the look, I'm going to set my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I'm going to spritz some of that on my face. And there we go, guys. That concludes this holiday / Christmas glam tutorial. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun creating this look for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please give this video a big thumbs up. I do appreciate it. And also, it would mean a lot to me if you went ahead and clicked that subscribe button down below. And also, my Instagram account username will be up on the screen for you guys if you want to follow me. And I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!